Hey guys, welcome to the guide. In this episode, we're talking about adventures at DIA, the high times. Cause do you know how like stoned I was the first 5 years I worked at DIA? I was like blazed the entire time. It was awesome. All right, so like at first, how I started off in the airline industry I worked for Continental Airlines back in the day before the merger between Continental and United happened, and now it's United Airlines, but like it has the Continental flag on the tail of it, so it's Continental Airlines. Like the symbol's more important than the name, okay? That's my opinion on it. And pretty much what happened with the merger anyways is like the Continental management just came through and like wiped out the United management. So it's like Continental Airlines. Anyways, so like the first like 5 years I worked in the flight industry, I was so high. I was blazed out of my mind. So like when I first started with Continental, I'd smoke in my free time. I didn't like bring it to work because I was all paranoid. But then like I started asking around and I found out like nobody cared, and like half the people that worked there were stoners anyways. So it was just like, and pretty much what happened is this dude named Terrell. He was like a big old fat black guy. He started bringing in spliffs. You know what a spliff is? It's a cigarette, but you like dump out half the tobacco and then you fill it back in with some weed. So he would start bringing those in because like nobody's gonna check your cigarette pack whenever you're going through TSA or when you're going through the security checkpoint. Nobody looks in your cigarette pack. So he would just like sneak them in that way, and like we'd be like driving around in the tugs, the electric tugs, but just getting all blazed during the break because we had like a 2-hour break where we didn't do anything. So like we'd just be driving around, getting all blazed, and like I'm a paranoid stoner, so like we'd come back and I'd be all like, "I need some eye drops, man. Where's the eye drops at? I need some eye drops." Oh, they're gonna know. They're gonna know. And then like it just like degraded from there. And like I started like showing up and smoking weed in the parking lot before I had to go to work because like my supervisor screwed me because during the shift bids where like you're like, this is the shift I want, hopefully I get this shift, I forgot to fill out that paperwork. So he called me and I was like fucking stoned out of my mind and I didn't want to pick up that phone. So pretty much what he did is he gave me the last shift that he knew I wanted, and that was the morning shift where I have to show up at like 4:30 in the morning for work. So he was like, "Ha ha ha, teach you not to pick up the phone." And I was like, "Oh, damn it." And yeah, so I started just smoking weed in the parking lot. And like one day I walked into the security checkpoint just all blazed off my ass. And you got to empty your pockets and walk through a metal detector. So like without even thinking about it, I empty all my pockets and like just throw it down. And there it is, a fucking bag full of chronic staring at me. So I snatched that up as fast as I could, and the guy just looked at me. He's like, "I'm gonna pretend like I didn't see that." I was like, "Whew, whew, thank God." So like the rest of the day, I'm all paranoid. Like, oh, they're gonna come get me. They know I got some shit on me. They're gonna come get me. They're gonna come get me. So like I stashed it somewhere, and then like at the end of the shift, I grabbed it and like walked off like nothing happened. And it's not like the drug tests are hard to like get by anyways, because like all right, the drug test that I had to take, well, mostly the rule is if you break something, then you gotta go take a piss test. If you don't break anything, you're fine. You don't gotta worry about it. And like I never broke anything. But one of the companies that I later on worked for, DGS, they would like randomly piss test me because me and the supervisor didn't get along. So he was always like looking for a reason to get rid of me. So he was always like trying to get me to do a drug test. And like the drug test was easy to get by because pretty much you go to the place they tell you, and the place doing the dude or the chick doing the drug test, that they don't really care. They're like, yeah, whatever. And they don't go into the bathroom with you. You go into the bathroom, close the door. They tell you, oh, empty your pockets out into this little box, but they don't check you. So you're just in the bathroom by yourself, whipping out some fake, pee. All right, yeah, it's 98 degrees. Don't worry about it. It's fine. All right, yep, and then walk off scot free. Like, yep, that's pretty much what happens. But my problem at that stage in life is I was all paranoid about the drug test, so like I started drinking, and when in fact I should have just been smoking weed. Like I don't cause any problems when I'm high. You know, I am the definition of a stoner when I'm high. When I'm drinking, I love causing. I'm an ornery drunk. All right, like arguments are fun to me. I'm like, oh, this is the great time. You know, wake up with a black eye and being like, oh, what did I do last night? Who did I piss off last night? Oh shit! I hope it wasn't some like gangster mafia dude. I hope I didn't piss one of those dudes off. But yeah, that's High Times at DIA.